What the fuck is up? It is your host, Erica Nalen, and welcome back to another episode of the Hangover series. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the motherfucking Hangover series. How are we doing? Today, I want you to think of me as your Kindle, as your ebook, as just a book in general. Don't think of me as your host. Think of me as a book that you are about to listen to, because that's what we are going to do. Now, don't think that I'm about to sit here and read you an entire novel, because that's not what I mean. And that might have just scared a few people off. They're like, what? What does she mean? Don't worry, I'm not a book. I'm still me, but I'm going to be reading an article to you guys that I wrote. The other week, I learned about this app called Substack, and basically people write articles on there. I think it's for writers to write and publish their work, and I don't know how I just learned about this app, but I have been on it, and I've been reading articles and just scrolling through it, and I thought, why don't I write my own article? I often journal. I often write things in my notes app. And I do a lot of writing, like poems and random thoughts and ideas down. Like, I'm always jotting things down. And so I thought, why not try and write my own article and see how I feel about it and see what happens there. So that is what I did. And I actually really liked it, and I had a lot of positive feedback once I posted it. I had a lot of people reply, and someone even said that they thought this was for a popular article company. Like, they thought I wrote this article for like some huge company, and I was like, what? Is it that good? So I thought I would share it with you guys. And I know that not everyone is a big reader, and that not everyone wants to sit down and read an article. So that's what today's episode is going to be. Me reading you an article and being your Kindle or your ebook. I don't even know if Kindles talk, but a book that talks aloud. An audiobook. I am an audiobook today. Okay? So if you would like to listen to the article that I wrote, then keep on listening. The article is called Delete His Number and Stop Self-Sabotaging. Because getting over someone is hard. Staying over someone after 2 glasses of wine is even harder. And this is a lesson that I wish I learned sooner. So let's get into it. Have you ever felt like you were completely over someone? You finally got to a point where you wouldn't have the urge to reach out again, and then suddenly something hits you? Maybe you hear their name from a stranger passing by. Hey, Steven, how was your day? Says the lady walking past you as you leave the grocery store. Maybe you get a hit of their cologne as another stranger walks by. Maybe you get some super exciting news, like a promotion at work, and have nobody to text, but you remember telling him how much you'd been hoping for this moment. Or maybe you're like me, the girl who can stay strong until she has 1 glass of wine or a night out with her friends, and then suddenly, my ex-boyfriend's number has been called 7 times. I'm asking him what he's doing, how's he been, and yelling, I miss you, come pick me up. It's classic, isn't it? Something or someone reminded you of your ex, the same ex you were completely over an hour ago, and now you're back in contact, and all the work you did to get over him is slowly creeping back in. I was this girl for years, from my first boyfriend at 16 to my last situationship at 23. I don't even want to know or think about how many drunk calls these men have received from me. But that's not the point. I had this problem for so many years because a part of me never wanted a good thing to end. I hated that I would meet a guy, fall head over heels, and then we'd break up and never speak again. I beg your pardon? What do you mean we're never speaking again? He knows about my childhood dog that I loved so much. He knows my biggest insecurities. He's seen me naked. I just couldn't understand it. Can we stay friends? They would say as we're breaking up. Of course, Steven, I would respond. But after what I thought was us ending, I'd get a text from them later that night saying, when can I see you again? And suddenly, 3 days later, I'm back in my car, heading to their house. The thought that the good thing wasn't fully over yet, maybe we could fix things. Maybe he changed in those 72 hours he had to think about me. Maybe he's an entirely new guy. But he's not. And after seeing them again post-breakup, that's when the drunk calling and texting would begin. I'm so scared to look at my phone right now, I say as I roll over and look at my best friend next to me. Her cheetah print comforter does make me feel like a diva, though. A diva that probably drunk texted her ex. Just look, it can't be that bad, she says. He texted me, sorry, was asleep, lol. You good? If good means I want to do the polar plunge so I can't feel emotion right now, then yeah, I feel good. I can't keep doing this. This is so embarrassing. He doesn't even want me. Do I even want him? I say, as I'm staring at myself in her standing mirror. The one with the dent that makes your body look model status. But all I see is a girl with mascara covering her face. I look myself up and down. I blow myself a kiss and say, Ziva down. You and I are gonna get through this. The craziest part is that I had no control over my drunk calling and texting. It was going to happen no matter what. The man could have told me he hates my guts and I look like a sewer rat, and my drunk self would still pick up that phone a week later asking to see him. Do I know that example from personal experience? Yes, ladies, I do. I do. The overall theme here is that maybe I had no self-respect, or maybe I just really enjoyed self-sabotaging myself, doing things for the plot, spiking my anxiety. Maybe it was all of the above. Who knows? But what I do know is there is nothing worse than making a decision while drunk, calling the guy, him not answering, and then waking up the next morning and seeing that as your first notification. Starting your day with embarrassment, anger, grief that might be dramatic, and then reading his reply, if there is one, hey, sorry, just now seeing this, or hey, sorry, I was asleep. Or later learning that the reason he didn't answer is because you are not the only girl he wants to see again. He's the type of guy who leads every girl he's ever talked to on, wants to see them all again, and replies to whoever is available first. It is classic self-sabotage, because I knew exactly how it was going to end, but I still did it anyway. I would go to their house, have a decent night, and then think we had some sort of connection again. I'd wait all day, the next day for a message saying they had fun, missed me, something, and sometimes the text would never come. Because for a lot of men, they didn't care about the connection. They cared about the actions that came with the connection, if you know what I mean. So the only way I knew and learned how to stop this pattern was to delete their numbers. At first, I started from the bottom to the top like a game. Goodbye, Steven. Goodbye, Ryan. Goodbye, Josh. And good fucking bye, Griffin. Griffin's number should have been deleted and blocked the moment we made eye contact, but that's a story for a later date. Then when I would talk to a new guy, and if I found myself drunk calling him after we ended things, I'd delete his number the next morning. Eventually, I got to a place where the second a guy and I ended things, his number was gone. Because to be honest, I shouldn't need it anymore. We're done. Goodbye. Adios. See you never. And maybe you're reading this thinking, even a guy you only talked to for 2 weeks? Yes, Savannah. Even the guy I only talked to for 2 weeks. Because me, after a glass of wine, cannot be trusted with a man of my past phone number, or honestly, any man's number. So my advice, or the lesson I wish I'd known years earlier, is simple. Delete the guy's number the first time around. Don't let that man see your new Skims Lounge set. Don't let him smell the perfume you've been dying to wear. And don't let your dented mirror or your best friend's cheetah print comforter witness another streak of mascara running down your face or a morning full of regret over a message you sent. Because you are so much better than that man. And if you do somehow end up back at his place, make sure you leave a crystal. I suggest a rose quartz. Okay, everybody. So that was delete his number and stop self-sabotaging. I hope that you all enjoyed it, maybe laughed, maybe related, maybe just liked it overall. I hope you liked it in some way. But I hope that you can relate, because I know for so many of us, after a couple drinks, our ex-boyfriends are being called. And I am guilty of that. So that was for us. That was for us drunk callers out there. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed this article. I hope you enjoyed me being an audiobook. And I will catch you guys next week.